Hey everyone, in this class we will talk about pattern layout. So what is, first of all, what is pattern layout? So a pattern layout is simply the way in which your motifs are arranged within the pattern. And as you are creating your patterns, you will find that not all layout styles work for all motifs. So it's important to understand the options that you have when creating repeating pattern layouts. So let's talk about different categories. So first of all, we will create a, set layout, or we set pattern layout, or we also call it grid layout. So it's really simple. Let me give it background first. I don't want a white, so I don't want a fill color. Let's select the color here. Let me take this one. Yep. This is the background because I will create a white flower so you can see that. Now lock this. Okay. Lock selection. And now take your ellipse tool and create a pattern. Okay. Remove this. Let's select a fill color here. Okay. Because I want a white flower here. And when it is selected, go to rotate tool. And now press Alt key, and I'm making a copy of this. I'm pressing and holding Alt key. Okay. Now I'm fine, and I can make several copy of this pressing Control D. And now combine it. Okay, so select it and make sure you have your pathfinder selected. And in pathfinder we have option unite. Okay, so use this. There you go. Okay, so this is our flower. I can close this, and I want a orange center. Okay, so just press shift key and make a circle and fill this with orange color. Okay, now I have this flower. So this is my motif for my set pattern layout. Now select this and go to object, pattern, make, and okay. So now you cannot see because this is white flower and I have white tile here. Okay, so it's okay, but yeah, I'm fine with this. Let me give it a name. This is my grid pattern. So I'm giving a name, grid pattern, or you can say set pattern. Okay, it's your choice. And yeah, now I can do done. And now my pattern is ready, and you can see here I have this in my swatches, so I can delete this. And now let me apply my pattern. So zoom out, or I can do one thing. I can create a rectangle. And let me open my appearance panel. And let me add a fill color. Drag it down. And now you can see these flowers. Okay. So this is the example of set pattern layout. So set pattern layout, they are repeating pattern layouts in which motifs are repeated in exact measure spaces. Okay. So yeah, and in this one modification you can do, you can like, let me go again. So here you can change the tile type to grid, to brick by row, or brick by column. So that also come under set layout. Okay. So it's your choice. What do you want? So this is grid or set pattern layout. Next, let's create a all over layout. Okay. So what is all over layout? So all over pattern layout are those in which motifs are arranged in compact, balanced way. Okay. So in this, you can see I have my bounding box and I have my motif. I already created my repeat, and I can just go to object. First, let me select this and go to object, pattern, make, and press OK. Now, this is not all over. Okay, it's look like a set pattern or grid pattern layout. So let me make it really compact. So I'm reducing the style size here. Okay, so I first I selected here and then I'm resizing it, and now I can see it's really compact and my all over layout is ready. Okay, so now I can give a name, all over layout or pattern, whatever you want, you can give a name. And or if you want to change color, you can change color also here. Let me, yeah, first remove this bounding box. Okay, so just select and delete. Now if you want to change color, you can press Ctrl A. Now it's selected, and now I can change color. Suppose I want a magenta color here. Okay? So now I'm good and it's done. Okay. So now it's ready. So delete it and let's try it. So select a rectangle. Make sure you have your pattern selected. And I don't want any stroke here. And there you go. So this is an example of all over layout. If you wanna add a background, you can add. Again, open your appearance panel. And let me drag it out. Close this and place it here. Now, suppose you wanna create a background. Okay, so you can see we have add new stroke option, add new fill option. So just click here and choose your bottom layer and give it color. Okay, suppose I want to give black background, or you can choose white, black. It's your choice. What do you want? Okay. And if you wanna rotate it, you can rotate. How we can rotate? So first make sure your rectangle is selected, and then go to rotate, and now you can see it's transform object is selected, and that's why it's a moving wall object. Okay, but I wanna transform pattern. Okay, so make sure it's unchecked, and now you can rotate it maybe at 45 angle, preview, press OK. And if you want to scale it, you can scale it again. Make sure your fill layer is selected, and we have the option scale tool. Okay, so select this, and suppose I want to add 50% scale. Again, make sure your transform object is unchecked and transform pattern is checked. Let's see the preview. Okay, so it's at 50%. Let's try at 75%. So it's at 75%, and I like it. So, okay. So this is an example of all our layout. Okay. So let me go to next layout. Next is texture layout. So in texture layout, you can see I have a texture here. So you can use this kind of texture, or you can create your own. I have another example here. You can use this one, or you can use this type of texture. Yeah. Let me use this one for now. Okay. So again, same thing. Select this and go to object, pattern, make. Okay. And same thing, I wanna resize this dial. Okay. So I just select this option here, and resizing. Yeah, now I'm happy with this. So let's take your selection tool and delete the bounding. Okay. Select it and delete it. Now I don't have my bounding box. And again, if you want to change color, Control A to select and give a color. Or I can select from swag also. Now I change the color and give a name, texture layout, or texture pattern. Yeah, and done. Yeah, and now I can hide it, and let me apply my texture. So I have it here. So first, let me change this color. Or I can create another rectangle. So let me, or I can apply on this one also. Okay. So let's select this and add a fill. And select pattern. Okay. So now it's already there. So you can see this is my pattern. So generally we combine texture and other layout. Okay, so we can create really complicated designs. So this is an example of texture layout. Now come to the free flowing layout. So free flowing layout have strong movement and flow throughout the pattern. And in this, motifs are densely concentrated in some areas, but sparse in others, and which allow more background color and pattern to be visible. So let's create this free flowing layout. So I already have some motifs here. So what I can do, I can just select these motifs and make a copy of this. So just press Alt key, press and hold Alt key. And I want some overlapping. First, release your mouse and then release Alt key. Okay. Now I can see I have copy of this. And again, I have space here. Let me undo. Okay. So I can use each motif. And let's copy, press and hold Alt key. Press and hold Alt key. When you see two arrows, now you can make a copy of this. So Alt key and this. Okay, now I'm fine. And now select hold. Make sure your background is locked. Okay. And now object pattern make and okay. Let me zoom out so I can see. Yeah, it looks fine to me. So give a name. Free flowing pattern. And done. Yeah, now I can hide it or delete it. Something is wrong. So let me create a new rectangle. It's okay. And now let me reduce the scale. I don't want to transform object. Let me do it 40%. So now you can see this is an example of a free flowing layout. Okay. Now next pattern layout we have it's a stripe. Okay. So how we can make stripes? So it's really easy. First take your rectangle and give this one with color Let me add this to my swatches, and I want to use this color, so let me fill this. And now if you want a same size rectangle, what you can do, you can just press and hold Alt key, and we are making copy of this. Okay, and you can see a snap point is checked, so that's why I can see this option intersect. Okay, yeah, one thing I don't want straw. Okay, so let me remove this. Now I have 2 copies, and how I can get more copies, just Control D. Let me change color. I don't want straw. I just want this. Here, different color, and here I think that's okay. So now it's ready. I can make a pattern, stripe pattern. So select this object, pattern, make. Okay. Now you can see this is my stripe pattern. And so this is a bold stripe. Okay, so what about like you wanna add thin lines, okay, or thin rectangle? How you can do that? So one way, just Control C, Control F, copy in front, and reduce the size, and move a little bit here and change color. Okay, now you can see I have really thin rectangle here. Control C, Control F. So this is the way we can create a thin and bold stripe. Okay, let me give a name, stripe, and done. Now I can delete this, and let me apply my stripe pattern here. And if you wanna recolor it, how you can do that? So here we have a option, recolor artwork. Okay, so just click on this, and in this pop-up window we have a option, advanced options. Okay, so here one way is you can just randomly change the order here, or you want a different theme, you can go here, and we have several options. Like suppose you wanna split complementary, or you wanna monochromatic. Okay, you can choose here different themes, and you can try. I don't want to change, so, or I can keep it, it's okay. So yeah, this is a new color palette you can see here. So this is like you are just creating stripe. Yeah, Let me create another artboard, and let me show you something else. Yeah. So let me open my symbols here, okay, and combine symbols with stripes. Yeah. So here my symbols. Let me drag here, and in symbols we have several symbols here, like we have symbols related to nature, mobile, retro. Okay, so you can choose whatever you want, and let me choose this one. So when I click here, you can see I have my symbol in my symbol panel. Okay, now I can close this, and at this time this symbol is stable. Okay, it's a static, not stable. It's not a dynamic, so we cannot change color. And how we can make it dynamic? So first select your symbol and click here symbol options, and you can make it dynamic from here. And okay, now you can see we have a plus sign. It means your symbol is dynamic now, and you can change color. Okay, so we can place it by using this symbol, or you can place directly. Okay, so it's your choice. How do you wanna change? How do you wanna place it? Now select your direct selection, and you can change color. Let me make it orange. This part I want orange. Okay, so this is the way you can fill color. Yeah, direct selection. And now I can move it, and now let's create some stripes. Make a copy of it, press and hold Alt key, and yeah, Control D, and now fill a color. I want green. I'm choosing just random color, but yeah, you can use eyedropper tool also if you want to take color from here. Okay. Or let me change color for this one also. This color, yeah. Oh, sorry. This one, and now selection tool, and now select. Here repeat and go to object, pattern, make. Okay. So now you can see we have this pattern, stripe pattern. This time it's not just stripe, we have motif. Okay, so let me resize my tile little bit because I want some space here. Now it looks fine, and I can give a name. Stripe pattern 2. Yep, fine, and done. Okay, it's already there. So let me do 3. Yep, done. And now I can delete this, and let me try this. Then if you want to change angle, you can change. Make sure this is selected, and You can rotate it, double click, uncheck, and okay. So yeah, now it's really good. Now, next layout, yeah, toast. Okay, so let me use these motifs for toast layout. Okay, so first let's create a new artwork, and let's select this and group, make group, and here also I will group it, and press and hold shift key. I want a copy of this, so press alt. I want to change color. No, I can give different color. Greenish. I can remove these. Yeah, and let me select this one, resize it. Okay, so let me open my transform, scale corners. Yeah, check this and now try. Yep, it's perfect. And this one, and make sure it's selected. Now let's try it. Object, pattern, make. So now you can see I have some gaps here. Okay, so let me fill that. And let me fill all this. Now it looks fine and I can save it. This is my toast pattern. Okay, toast or random. So yeah, it looks fine. Yeah, toast pattern we can understand. Imagine you threw a handful of flour in the hill, and the pattern they would make as they randomly land on the page is an example of toast layout. And like when we do that, some flowers would face right, others left, some point up, while other point down. So this is how motifs in a toast layout are arranged within a repeating pattern layout. So we have same thing here. Yeah. So just press done. Okay. And I don't want this. Let me try. So make sure strong. is not checked. And yeah, so in this you can see it looked like I have this line here. Okay, so let me fix there. Okay, so selection tool and yeah, now I think it's fine here and move a little this one. And now it looks fine. Done. Let's reapply, and now it looks really good. So this is an example of toast layout. Okay. Now come to the border layout. Okay. Let me select a solid color. Okay. Or I can choose color from here. And make sure you don't have any stroke. Copy. Drag it down using down arrow key. Okay, let's take motif from symbols. Okay. Yeah, it's here. So let me go to nature or maybe flower. Then select a flower. I'll select this one. And now it's here in my symbols, but it's static. So let me make it dynamic so I can change color. And now place this. And now make a copy of this. Control V, and make sure they are in straight line. Let's play with alignment. Yep, perfect. And now let's select this and object pattern make. Okay. Now you can see we have this little gap. So let's remove this. Yeah, now we don't have it. So just press done. Before that, give a name border. And done. Yep. So let me move this and change color. And now let's apply border. Okay, so border we can apply one side or both sides, it's your choice. Okay, so let's select our border. So let's scale it. Okay, double click. I want 20%. Make sure this is not selected. Maybe 50%. Yeah, one thing we can do here. Suppose you wanna move your pattern inside your tile, what you can do? So we have a tilde key in our keyboard. It's really close to tab key, okay? And when we press this, now we have ability. We can move our pattern inside our tile, okay? So now it looks perfect. And if you want to same border both sides, okay? So this is just one side and make a copy of this, pressing unholding Alt key. So now you can see we have border at both sides. Okay, so this is the way we can apply our border. So we covered all layout options. So I hope it will help you to finish your project one and you will create really good patterns for project one. Thank you. Thank you so much.